I'm Ryan Kelly, General Manager of AMT San Francisco Tech Lab, joined by Andra Keay of Silicon Valley Robotics. Andra, thanks for being here. You're going to be speaking at the MFG meeting in April. Tell us a little bit about what you're going to be speaking about.
Well, thanks, Ryan. And I'm really looking forward to the MFG meeting because robotics is not your grandfather's robotics anymore. We have had exponential growth, beyond exponential growth in the last 10 years, and it is new, novel, safer, and much cheaper, and much smarter, much higher quality robotics starting to emerge. And I think that the industry generally don't realize how significant the changes in the technologies that are now available to them. And so really, I want to be talking about what is commercially viable today in robotics that has never existed before. As I said, it's not your grandfather's robots anymore.
That's fascinating. What sort of examples might you be pointing us to, specific companies or specific use cases?
Absolutely. Well, Fetch Robotics is a really great example. They were recently acquired by Zebra Technologies to allow them to really expand globally. And we've seen an incredible rise in the investment and the expansion of logistics robotics companies, primarily based around the AMR, or autonomous mobile robot. Now, many of you have seen mobile robots in your factories, warehouses, hospitals, and other premises before. But they have been what is called AGVs, or automated guided vehicles. And that guide really gives it away. They follow tracks. And the most intelligence that they're capable of is stopping when they hit an obstacle, or before they hit an obstacle, ideally. Now,
Right.
the difference in an autonomous mobile robot is that it is not stuck on tracks. It can renegotiate the pathways that it takes. And that means that you can even dynamically reprogram it on the fly, or it can respond to circumstances in the real world and reprogram itself on the fly. It is capable of navigation. It is capable of a limited amount of autonomy, and that makes it a useful, very useful partner to have in terms of moving materials from one location to another. And we're seeing incredible growth, commercially speaking, in the demand for AMRs across the board in every industry.
Andra, you joined us for the last MFG meeting up in Denver. Um, Tell us what you're looking forward to at this next MFG meeting.
What I enjoyed most about the last MFG meeting was learning what problems attendees felt that they faced, what kind of solutions they needed, and where they felt burned by the promises of technology in the past.
Mhm.
Now, I truly believe that we've entered a completely different period where the promises of technology are coming true. But that doesn't mean that they've reached reliable, consumer ready in every sector. So, what I'm hoping to do is really be a bridge between the reliable, ready to go technologies that are going to meet the needs of the MFG audience and just really help sort between what might be hype or overinflated promises. And the other aspect is I get to take this back to the industry. I had this discussion just yesterday with a robotics arm startup, and I'm saying this is what manufacturers want from you. Until you can solve this problem, until you can be an end-to-end solution, until you can guarantee the reliability, they don't care how affordable you are. So you have to bring the whole package. And we're seeing a lot of change in terms of robots as a service, the leasing of robots, and some other more creative financing of robots that's starting to involve things like blockchain. Uh, and that might only be relevant to a very small percentage of the MFG audience, but it's going to ripple out through the community. So I think it's really important that everybody gets a peek at the changes that are starting to be implemented.